Hello, welcome to FIRE, from idea to reality and execution. In this video, you will learn about conflicts and what stay behind them. Practice shows that in all cases, conflict sooner or later arise between two or more entities. There can be several reasons for these conflicts. Conflict of resources occur when a person in a team needs a specific resource at a time when someone else needs it. For example, a conflict over which sports club to support as funding during the year, given that budget for more than one sport cannot be approved. It is quite possible that this could lead to conflict. In such cases, open and empathetic communication between the disputing parties is most helpful. Through a conscious pursuit, mutual understanding, people can better understand the other party's perspective or their need for resources respectively. Tip: it is a good idea to come up with a compromise solution or even one where both parties win as much as possible. Conflict of styles occur when two or more people have a different style of working. For example, one person may love to plan and prepare everything well in advance, while another team member prefers to leave things for the last moment and loves to improvise. Tip: help the team recognize group roles and who they are. If people understand that everyone has an individual contribution to the common good, they'll be more comfortable with difference with their colleagues. Conflict of perceptions occur when two or more people's perception of a topic are very different. For example, a team member might think that work is going well, however another may think that work is far from desired and that there are many areas for improvement. Tip: open communication should be used to clarify points of view and to clear difference between people. If difference in perception are not brought to the discussion in a timely manner, some of the people may have a halo effect, which further exacerbates certain conflicts. Conflict of goals appear when two or more people have different, often conflicting or mutually exclusive goals. For example, a team member thinks that a reform of organization and management style is needed, and another team member thinks that they need new recruits to handle their task. Tip: in such situations, it should be crystal clear what the mission, vision, values, and key long-term goals of the organization are. One of the topics in strategic management is goal management, which strongly emphasizes the need for managers and team to join forces and work together to define and track specific organizational goals. If people are not united around common goals, each team will pull the activity in its direction and conflicts will flourish. Pressure conflict. This is a situation in which there is a discrepancy between the views of two or more colleagues about the importance and urgency of the task and the sequence in which they are to be performed. For example, a team member has undertaken a task while at the same time someone is already expecting him to complete another task so that he can continue onwards. Pressure conflict. This is a situation in which there is discrepancy between the views of two or more colleagues about the importance and urgency of the task and the sequence in which they are to be performed. For example, a team member has undertaken a task while at the same time someone is already expecting him to complete another task so that he can continue onwards. The pressure on the former to organize their time is a matter of conflict between the two. Tip: it is helpful for people to know how to manage their time and to distinguish between important and urgent tasks. We recommend that you familiarize them with tools such as the matrix for managing the time and the matrix for managing the priorities. We will look at them in part 6, which can select the activities that need to be done first. Role conflicts. They may occur when the roles in the team are duplicating. For example, in a team someone may consider it his/her privilege and responsibility to criticize others' idea. As soon as another such person appears in this team who also analyze and criticize, a conflict may arise between the two. Tip: it is helpful for people to know the roles of the team and the contribution of everyone to the overall work. It is found that an effective team is one in which all team roles are relatively balanced. Where there is too much duplication of roles, respectively, the absence of important roles, a struggle for power and influence is likely. If this happens, it is useful for people to be familiar with the 11 tactics of influence and to use the positive tactics, not the negative tactics, to smooth out differences. Conflict of personal values. Personal values are especially important because they reveal fundamental difference between people. For example, as a team leader, you might want to ask your people to commit some kind of offense to get some financial or other benefit. However, people in a team, if conscientious and honest, may view this as an act that is contrary to their ethical principle and unwillingly to participate. Tip: everyone has their own personal values, and it is useful exercise to match the main ones in a group of people who are expected to work together. It has been found that in order for a relationship to be excellent, one of the main prerequisites is that they have a harmony of values. Unpredictable policy conflict is associated with organizational ambiguities about work style, communication. A job can be done in a variety of ways. Unless specific procedures are defined, what the day-to-day activities, rules, and procedures that people are there to in order to do their jobs are not too clear, this will be an undeniable source of conflict in the team. Tip: it is useful to have clearly established these systems in your organization, for communication, for marketing, for financing, for managing resources, etc. With your rules and standards of work, you will make the work of the team more relaxed and efficient, including when joining new members and volunteers. For more information, please visit our webpage www.studathome.eu. Here you will find more materials about leadership, project planning, and art of communication. Thanks for watching us, and don't forget to subscribe.